What's next for the central transportation port in Poland? Politicians in Donald Tusk's party have made it no secret that for them the central transportation port is of little importance.
CPK.
The Central Transportation Port, the world's most expensive meadow, a pseudo-investment project.
Projekt inwestycyjny.
That is why they came up with the idea of conducting an audit. Holding up investments under the pretext of an audit is unacceptable to us. Maciej Lasek is an open critic and opponent of this project. He is a completely biased person to audit this project at this time. 2.7 billion was consumed by this project, and I have said repeatedly that the audit is to fix this project.
Ale wielokrotnie mówiłem, że audyt jest po to, żeby ten projekt naprawić.
Maciej Lasek should audit his own group first, because his colleagues are talking about completely different amounts than he is. Do you even want to build a central transportation port or not? And you are not interested in what the money went for? I'm interested in whether you want to go ahead with this project at all or not. Is it megalomania at all? I'm interested in what the 5 billion went for, if the investment hasn't even started. I'll make it easy for you. I did an audit here which indicated that Law and Justice is bad and Choraua is even worse. We've got it covered. Don't beat around the bush anymore. Just proceed with the project. Everything is prepared. Just continue. You will cut ribbons. You will have success. This will be your central transportation port, named after Donald Tusk. Just build it so that Poles can use it. The plenipotentiary for the central transportation port under the previous government explained what the money was used for.
The
conceptual design and construction project, this is a cost of about 600 million zloty, because that's how much it costs with this scale of projects. In order to obtain an environmental decision, you have to study the entire natural environment of the investment area and the impact of the investment. So in this case, 4 times the area of the capital city of Warsaw had to be studied and described by naturalists. Every plant, every animal, every piece of soil, and all that data had to be collected for all 4 seasons, due to different vegetation. Unfortunately, there are many indications that the Central Transportation Port project under the Tusk government is facing either vegetation or death. Is there even a willingness to build it? Willingness is something you can have to date someone, whereas in politics, or to build a central transportation port, hell is paved with good intentions. A central transportation port is hell? We have hell with incompetent people. This idea just doesn't make any sense in business. In my opinion, it makes absolutely no sense. My position does not change. All along, I was against this investment of the central transportation port, primarily because of the reaction of the public. After all, why build an airport in Poland when there's already one in Germany? The importer may be guided not only by the issue of the airport itself, but also by the customs and tax regulations in force. Perhaps Germany is chosen as a point for importing goods into the EU because VAT there is lower than in Poland. We have enough airports today. We are close to the border. Also, no serious airline wants to locate here because we are a frontline state. For example, Intel or Mercedes want to. But if you want to abolish the idea of a central transportation port, any reason is good. One big central airport is also a big threat. You can say to yourself, let's build an Iron Dome there, etc. But maybe we should defend Warsaw instead. For 40 billion, we will build an airport. Where? In an open field? How will we get the passengers there? For example, by rail, which has to be built, and applications need to be submitted. Such have not been made in the case of funding for high-speed rail on the Warsaw Łódź section and the Central Transportation Port Rail Hub. Applications that are unprepared have deficiencies. They should be well prepared. If it wasn't for that, they would have been submitted. It was always possible to submit these applications and try to get these funds. At most, they would not have succeeded. But just in case he did not submit the applications, so that he would not accidentally get them. For me, it is completely unbelievable and incomprehensible that we can reach for EU funds and instead we're not doing it. The new government is criticized by MP Paulina Matysiak from the left. Perhaps they're also full of insecurities. Young people my age or younger than me want Poland to develop. This is really a huge opportunity for us, an opportunity that we should not easily let go of and postpone.
Nie wiem,
I don't know what insecurities MP Matysiak is talking about, and I don't want to enter into any polemics. This project needs to be rationalized.
racjonalizowane.
Because after all, the money is not there, and there will be no money.
Ile to powinno?
How much should it cost? It's not difficult to spend a lot of money. Begin the project and then suddenly find out that there is no money for the project. Do you want to build it or not? This is a very simple answer. We will build what has justification. And with or without the airport. We will build what has justification. As you can see, there is no justification for projects prepared by Law and Justice. And I guess that's what it's all about.
Ja już nie mówię nawet o
This kind of stubbornness where a project will not be implemented, as it was the predecessors who prepared the project, or that we have to be automatically against it. That's not pro-state thinking.
To nie jest myślenie propaństwowe.
And this is noticed by the Poles, but Donald Tusk apparently doesn't care. While on vacation in Italy, he wrote the following on social media. The debate about stopping the construction of the Central Transportation Port is pointless. Law and Justice did not even start the construction. You might as well discuss the quality of Iser's electric cars. Tusk was set straight by internet users who added information under his post. The Central Transportation Port project has been underway since 2017. During this time, the master plan was created. Environmental studies and other necessary permits were conducted. The Łódź Central Transportation Port, Warsaw Airport and Railway already has an environmental decision issued. Construction demolition work is underway at the site. Unfortunately, all indications are that under the new government, the Central Transportation Port and an opportunity for Poland will be lost. Adrian Borecki, TV Republika.